Sad news you're waking up to this morning. Comedian and actor Rik Mayall has passed away yesterday. He was described as the funniest man of his generation. He shot to fame as the would-be anarchist Rik in The Young Ones.
Stop cleaning this mess up! Pig!
Oh, what's on a pig now, too?
Yes, yes! Now get licking, Porky!
Well, I don't mind being a pig, because for your information, pigs are really intelligent, actually.
Oh?
Yeah, like dolphins.
Oh, they are they? Well, tell me, Neil, who invented the internal combustion engine? Was it Porky the pig? I don't think it was it?
Richard is with us to talk about the sudden death of Rik, and also joined by Helen Lederer, who has worked with him and is a very good friend of Rik's as well. Thank you both for coming in. It's such an emotional time, isn't it?
I can't believe... Well, first of all, we have to say our love to Barbara and the family. That has to be said. She must be in pieces, total pieces. But it's actually, I think Rik would be chuffed to see me, of all people, on television talking about him.
All about him, indeed.
It's all about me, Richard. No.
It's all about you now. Will he enjoy you pulling focus on him? Because you've known him for such a long time.
Go, girl. He would go.
56, no age, of course, passed away only yesterday, discovered by Barbara, which, of course, is heartbreaking. Now, we know in 1998, of course, he had that horrendous accident on a quad bike, which he had to take medication for afterwards. He worked continuously afterwards, but he did suffer from epilepsy after that. So Barbara had this to say: we don't know yet what happened. He had a strong heart, so I don't think it was a heart attack. We just don't know until the coroner's report. Maybe he had a fit, maybe it was his heart. So we'll probably expect a statement from the family a little bit later on.
Helen, just talk us through. I mean, you know, the reaction yesterday, overwhelming. It was clearly, you know, hugely popular, as well as having made such an impact on so many people.
I first saw it on Twitter and I thought it was a joke, because I wouldn't have put it past Rik to do that kind of anarchic gesture, shall we say. And then I think as it grew and grew, people were more and more aware that this is a person who holds such affection more than anybody else. It's a turning point. It's a benchmark of comedy. I mean, for my generation before, because I'm older, would be Monty Python. You know, for young people and 80s.
Here you are together in Bottom. You're playing the Moldovan princess.
I was.
Of course. Seducing him,
I was
should be
really
said.
happy to seduce Rik. But he did tell me to seduce him, so it's all quite legit.
So it was all good. You weren't going off piece, but he gave you a lot of advice, didn't he, when you were, starting out at the Edinburgh Festival all those years ago?
At the Edinburgh Festival, when he began the phenomenon of 3 stand-up comics, Ben Elton, him, and Andy de la Tour, and that's when I first discovered groupies, like these women not speaking. I thought, why are those women standing next to you, Rik, and not speaking? Because I'd never seen a groupie before. But this is he just went on stage and went, what? What? Except better. And then, and then he told me, he said, Helen, go on stage and just cry. I said, Rik, you sure? Because, you know, I've got like an hour to fill for this show, one woman show. He said, no, just go and cry, just cry. And that was his belief in himself. He was just supported by this amazing belief and energy. And we've lost someone so special. That's why I think partly the world's reacted to a real loss, an innovator and a wonderful man, warm, kind and lovely.
His characters were always so intense in their personality and their drive and their ambition. Was he like that off stage as well, Helen?
Yes, he's in the room. You knew he was in the room. And even after his accident, we did a radio play and he shouted, because I think his hearing had been slightly affected, shouting at everyone going for a drink. You know, a big, bare, huge, loving person.
Like those lovely beer adverts that he does. He's very like that, strides in with his big moustache and right.
But it's true, he was very disarmingly charming and attractive, because you expected him to be this anarchic character. And when I first met him in the mid-90s, you'd meet him, he was actually quite a gentle soul, but you were, you know, very much in the room. But a complete charmer, and we didn't realise quite how attractive he was. And I know a lot of women felt like this until they saw him in The New Statesman, because obviously prior to that it had been Rik. Yes. And all the other characters he played.
You would just fall in love with him. Some people just have a magnetic charisma, and he does, and he did.
Helen, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And as you say, thoughts with his family, Richard. Thanks very much indeed.
Lovely to get that tribute there, Helen. Really appreciate you coming in.